Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Goof. I'm going to start by saying this video will have comments turned off. I don't want to hear it from the MAGA bullshit bastards. Fuck around, find out. And you're about to find out. I can't see how anybody would want to support Republicans after what has happened. So, every goddamn Republican, every one of these bastards and bitches, every one of them voted yes on Trump's big dumbass bill. Every one of them. And because of this, I probably not going to have Medicaid or Medicare anymore. I don't think I have Medicaid, but I think I have Medicare. And this bill guts both Medicaid and Medicare. The bill also hands over a lot of power to Donald Trump. And I think that was by design. And here's why I think it was by design. I think, okay, that the purpose of giving him all this, trying to give him all this power, which I'm pretty sure that it's not going to work to his advantage. I don't think he can actually do what he's trying to do, but hear me out. So he put there's a bunch of things in that bill that basically give him control. And I believe that the reason that a lot of that extra BS was shoved into the bill was so that he could protect himself come the midterms or after the midterms. So by next year, I'm expecting either before the year ends or by next year, I'm expecting a lot of bad things to happen. I'm telling you, you think Luigi Mangione was, you think it ended with him? No, you're going to see more like him pop up, and they're not going to be gunning. They're not going to be gunning for CEOs. They're going to be gunning for Republicans. And I'm not talking about the voters. You just got duped, okay? Republicans got duped, okay? Republican voters got duped. It's not your fault. You were lied to. That's it. You were lied to. You were lied to a lot. And, you know, it is what it is. So, but I still stand by fuck around, find out. You guys fucked around. You voted for Trump. You're about to fucking find out. People around here where I live who supported his ass are about to find out. When they start losing benefits, when they start losing health care, they're going to be sitting here. And here's what sucks. Republicans are going to try and spin it and blame it on Democrats. Because that's how they work. Blame everyone but themselves. But the Democrats voted no. All of them unanimously voted hell to the fuck no. Hell no. And every Republican, even the ones who were blowing steam out their ass, voted for it. It was crammed through the Senate, and it got the votes it needed. Every Republican voted for it. Even the jackasses that lied and said that they wouldn't vote for it. Get ready to lose your seats. Get ready to lose your jobs. Get ready to be replaced. You doomed your party. Republicans, you doomed your party. I don't know what it is about Republicans constantly attacking, things like Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security. Those are very popular programs, and they do their jobs, and they do them well. And then they somehow tricked a lot of people, especially where I live, into thinking that we're giving this stuff to illegals, and we're not. If you're illegal, you cannot get Medicaid, you cannot get Medicare, you cannot get Social Security. Why? Because you're not legal. You don't have a Social Security number. You have to have a Social Security number. We're not giving these people shit, but they've been lied to and duped into thinking that, yeah, Mexicans that illegally cross the border, yeah, we're taking care of them. Fucking gnats. They're starting to show up again. Um, you know, they're getting them. I don't want them having it. The Republican Party, the MAGA crowd, and all of them, they're not Christians. They're whatever they are. It's not Christian, because if they were Christians, they would care about others, but they don't care about others. They don't want to, you know, they don't want to do for anybody else. They're greedy. They want to keep this country all to themselves. There's a lot of racism involved. But like I said, the comments will be turned off because I am not in the mood to hear the MAGA tards come in and accuse me of being a lib. Not a lib. I'm a moderate. And I used to vote Republican a lot. But I stopped because the party slowly got terrible. The party has lost its fucking mind. Exhibit A, they voted for this stupid fucking bill. The midterms are coming, and the only reason there's a few reasons that Donald Trump won and so many Republicans won. A lot of people who showed up to vote for Biden, they didn't show up because they did not want Kamala. I voted Kamala, not because I like her, not because I think her views or her oh God, what is that shit called? I'm in decline. I'm mentally in decline. Oh God, what is it called? Policies. I don't agree with her policies. I didn't think they were great. But the reason I voted for her is because I knew the sort of shit show that we were in for if I had voted that Donald Trump got another term. Look where we are. He got another fucking term. We are absolutely fucked as a nation. We're fucked. And a lot of you don't realize how fucked you are. By the time you realize how fucked you are, it'll be too late. We're all fucked. We're all screwed. We're all going straight to hell. we're all fixing to go through some shit. So my theory for at least by next year, is you're going to see more people showing up kind of like Luigi Mangione. He's going to show, I tried to say Luigi's Mansion. Jesus Christ, my brain. Luigi Mangione. They are going to be gunning for Republican senators. There's going to be people like him. So I hope they're ready to have bodyguards and hire bodyguards and whatnot, because shit's going to hit the fan. Shit is about to really hit the fan. People aren't feeling it right away, but they will. And it's bad for everyone. People voted hatred. The reason Trump won is because there were people who on the Democratic side who didn't even fucking show up, that showed up for Biden. They got out hard for Biden. But then when it was time for Kamala, no. I don't care what side you're on. I think women are just never going to be president. We're never going to have a madam president. Because both sides just don't want a female president. Doesn't matter. Democratic side, liberals, none of them. Nobody really wants a female president. I didn't care. I didn't care. I wanted to avoid the disasters we're seeing right now. And that's why I voted for Harris. Not because I like her. Not because I think she's great. Not because I agree with her policies. None of that, really. We could have survived. We could have survived 4 or 5 years of bad Democratic policy on her side. We could have survived that. It wouldn't have been nearly this bad. We're not going to survive Trump. We're not going to survive MAGA. We're not going to survive the Republicans' nonsense. We're fucked. I'm not going to be able to see the doctor anymore. I'm not going to be able to go to the doctor anymore. At all. Thanks a lot. You know? And I don't think that the Democrats are great. Hell no. They got problems too. They're almost as bought as Republicans are. As Republicans are, they're just about as bought from donors and whatnot. You know, bribes. It's bribery. It's not Call it what you want. It's bribery. But they are the Democrats are objectionably better. In other words, there's some horrible shit going on there, but it's not nearly as bad as what the Republicans do. You can't sit there and say you are a Christian and then vote for hatred and vote with hatred. You're not a Christian. Because you know that question, what would Jesus do? He would take people in and care about them. He would turn the other cheek. He would love. He would feed. In fact, that was a thing that he said. There's quotes in the Bible. It's like, I was hungry and you fed me. I was without shelter and you gave me shelter or a bed or something along those lines. And then there's also verses in there about how if you deny others, you deny Jesus. If you deny to help others, you deny to help Jesus. It is not Christian to be so hateful. It's not. It's not. I don't hate anybody different from me, because that's what Jesus would be like. So a lot of these people who say they're Christian, they're not Christians. They're just hiding behind a shield of Christianity to be horrible, vicious people and to vote with hate in their hearts. We are fucked. Is there anything we can do to undo all this? In time, yes. I don't see Republicans getting their seats back. I see them being voted the hell out. This is a disastrous bill. I see Elon Musk said he was going to help primary a bunch of these idiots if they voted on this bill. Not for the same reasons not for the reasons he should, but reasons nonetheless. The fact that he wants to is good. His reasoning, though, is because they're removing a bunch of stuff that benefits him and his corporations, his companies. They're removing a lot of stuff that benefits that would benefit him if they left it in. And that's why he's like, get ready, because I'm going to spend money. I'm going to have you replaced. I don't like Elon Musk. I've never really been that much of a fan of his. I never cared. You know, he's a guy with money that had some good ideas and hired the right people. That's the way I look at it. He's a wealthy guy who hired the right people, had the right ideas. Other than that, he's not special. I'm just saying, he's not special. Him, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg. All three of these people are horrible. So yeah. Hey, Republicans, is it going to be worth it? You are going to lose your seats for years to come. I for sure think this. Here's my thing, and this is to the Democrats as well. There are going to be more independents. People are going to run independent. You're going to see people run. They're going to run hard, and they're probably going to win. We just saw it happen in New York. The Democrats aren't happy about it. I told you there's an establishment. The establishment on both sides. All right? And neither one of them want independent people running, or people who are independent. You know, they're not a party affiliated. They're independent because they are critical thinkers and they have big hearts. And that's what we're going to start seeing more of. The guy that, I can't remember his name, forgive me, I'm not going to try and say it and butcher it, but there's going to be more like him. Either Democrats change their ways. You see, right now, the argument Democrats have is we're not Republicans. That's not enough. That's not enough. Voting no on this bill isn't enough, because we know it's become more and more obvious that you're bought and paid for. Right? We know this. You know what I mean? So we're screwed. We're screwed for a while. The midterms are coming next year. And there's going to be There's going to be elections even before the midterms. If anyone, Republican, vote hard against anybody that voted for this bill. Vote hard for it. Vote hard against them. Vote in independents and I guess Democrats. Like I said, they're objectionably better, but not really. That's why I say I'm a moderate. I'm a moderate because I don't agree with everything on either side, and I know both sides are kind of effed in the A in different ways. And that's why I get tired of being called a liberal. Seriously, get a new spiel. Not spiel. Get a new shtick. All right? You're going to come in here with that, you need a new shtick. Owning the lib. I'm not a lib. Not a liberal. Not a liberal. You don't even know what a liberal is. You have no fucking clue. You don't know. You just hate opposing sides because you're barbaric about this. You're. A lot of people when they vote, they're very. When it comes to politics in general, there are a lot of people who treat it like. Oh God, what is that word? I can't even remember it. There's a word, and it's like tribal. People act very tribal about it, tribalistic, and unruly and horrible. Nobody can be civilized when it comes to politics. And I kind of feel like there's people that vote that shouldn't be voting, and there's people that should vote but don't vote because they're smart people, but they don't feel like their vote's going to matter. We've got a lot of smart people in this country. I believe that a lot of people that didn't show up for Biden are going to start showing up in numbers. Look, I know the Democrats aren't great, but they're not pulling the shit the MAGA Republicans are pulling. The Republicans used to not be this bad. Oh my God, no. They were pretty good back in the day of hell. God, what is his Ronald Reagan? He was not great, but he wasn't as terrible as Trump. The Republican Party used to be better back then, too. In fact, Republicans themselves would go on about how it was good to have, people come in from other countries. It was good for our country. It was bad for our country to shut out people from other countries. It wasn't good for us. We are a nation of immigrants, and we shouldn't shun immigrants away. But somehow, over the years, a lot of people have been convinced that migrants are bad, but it's a lot of racism and hatred boiling to the surface, a lot of ignorance as well. I'm fucked. A lot of Republicans are fucked. A lot of people where I live are fucked. And they're cheering this bill on. I've been seeing it all over Facebook. They're cheering this bullshit on. Let's see how happy about it is when they can't go to the doctor anymore. Let's see how they feel about this when they have to, pull grandma out of the home. Pull grandma out the home and have them live with you. You have to take care of them now. Medicaid's not going to pay for this anymore. Medicare's not going to pay for stuff anymore. Yep. We are in for some tumultuous times. Is that the right word? Turmoil. We're in for turmoil. We're in for some bad stuff. So yeah, the big bastard bill from dipshit Trump passed. Every Republican voted for it. Why, I don't know. I guess they like losing, because ultimately they will lose. And a lot of people who think that they're okay are going to lose. And this isn't scare tactics or anything. This is the truth. A lot of you aren't going to face it, but yeah. No, so this video will not have comments on, because I know that these dipshit fucks are going to swarm my channel to own the lib, because they're fucking retards. If you are still supporting Republicans, even after this bullshit, I want nothing to do with you. And I will ban your ass from my channel. I don't care who you are. If you are a cheerleader for Trump and his cronies, you're off my channel. I'm not dealing with it. Not fucking dealing with it. Because there's no conversation to actually be had. Just a bunch of bullshit. So, midterms are coming. Not everybody that voted for Trump was a hardcore conservative. They weren't big on MAGA. They just got lied to and duped. And they're a lot of swing voters. Well, those same swing voters, when they see the shit that's going down, midterms are coming. See, and there's this jackass that was on Rich's YouTube stream, Rich's stream, Rich Tomorrow. And this guy, I said the midterms are coming, and anybody with common sense would know why I say that. Why I am saying, you know, vote in the midterms and it'll get rid of Trump. They're like, how? How does that work? How does it? I can't remember his exact words. I just kept remembering that he jumped at me. This stupid fuck. He's like one of the few fucking dipshit fucking MAGA tards that's still on Rich's chat. And he just kept snapping at me. I didn't have time or the space to explain it. I don't know if he's going to come to my channel, but if you do, you jackass, can't remember your name. You weren't worth remembering your name. Your name wasn't worth remembering. But here, I'm going to explain real quickly how it works. The way to remove Trump is to vote in so many people that are against him and vote out so many people that are for him that they are able to remove him. If there's enough people who want to remove him in the Senate, they can, by law. There's precedents for this. They can remove Trump. Trump can go. But they can't do it when he's protected. You have to chop everything off at the legs. You have to remove the support. All right? That's how people like Trump have fallen in other countries. If you go to other countries that have dealt with shit like this in the past, that's how they dealt with it. They chopped off the support. They got rid of the support. Remove the support, and you remove Trump. It's very simple. It's very simple. And only a dipshit fuck wouldn't understand it. We're fucked. This is a goof. I need a new name. That name doesn't work anymore. Not for my channel or anything. I'm out.